about it. What's going on in the church? Yeah, we talk about it. How to make money? Yeah, we talk about it. Facebook, yeah, yeah. IG, Twitter, Periscope. Ooh, it's really big. You can catch CEOs. What can you see? Talking about the hot topics, my girl. Yeah. What can you see? Talking about the hot topics.
That's all you gotta do. Rangers, you already know what time it is. Come on, Zion. You're in a new place. It's a brand new year. And then you get to a new place. Shine. Jump in. Don't fear, for I'm with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will hold you with my right hand. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Don't worry about it. Do not fear. I'll take care of you. Just jump in. Jump in. Jump in. I said jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Jump in. You better grab somebody's hand and tell them, jump in. Jump in. Jump in. Don't.
Listen, I gotta make sure my audio is working. Listen, I ain't gonna tell y'all my computer went down in the middle of trying to start up. So it worked. But to God be the glory today. To God be the glory. So listen, I have a young man that, number one, I didn't know his age for a long time. His dad is Earl Bynum, and his son Bynum, which is here with me tonight. And his dad is Earl Bynum, right? So I always heard Earl talk about my grandson, and I always heard Earl say about my son. And every time I would see him, I seen him in Chicago. We wave, hey, how you doing? You say how you doing? I ain't paying no mind. I was like, okay, he's a young man. I thought he was like 18 or 19. So I, spoke in passing. Then Earl used to always say, my grandson. I'm like, your grandson? But your son is young, honestly thinking that Earl Bynum was like 40, 30 or 40 himself. Now, when they say black don't crack, them Bynums got some good genes. So when he came to Fort Lauderdale, Miami this year, and his dad introduced him and said he was in the military. He's out of the military. And I'm looking like, who are you talking? Who are you introducing? Because there's only two of y'all over there, and I know neither one of them is them. And when he went up to sing, he blessed the house. The young man can sing. I'm not gonna put him on the spot for gospel karaoke unless he wants to. He can hear me well, but if he wants to, he can. But I want to bring him up. I know he's a very busy artist, so we don't have that much time. I'm gonna rush him through this because I like to talk. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Dr. Bynum. Dr. Bynum.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
Oh, I love you. I love your ministry. I love the way you work a room, you bless a room, and you're anointed. And you're an anointed man of God. You bless me upon meeting you. And I want to thank you for that because you're real.
I appreciate that. I do my best, authenticity. That's my thing. You gotta keep it real and just be who you are, and gotta do the rest.
Now, can you tell us now you just threw me just now when I said, well, your dad said grandson. And I was thinking he was talking about someone running around the house, and you said, oh, my son is 18.
Yeah, my son just turned 18 about 4 months ago. Yeah, he just turned 18, 6'2", 260, 39, 40 ways, 13 shoe, linebacker, defensive tackle for his varsity high school football team before he graduated high school and all of that. So yeah, I have an 18-year-old. Yep, an 18-year-old and a 9-year-old. Yeah. This is so funny in your face. That's funny. But
Be-
yeah, God is good.
does people think like Earl is his dad when you guys are all
People
together?
people they see us and they think that we're all brothers, which is so raggedy to me. It gets on my nerves. I'm just like, this is three generations of Barnums or whatnot. So it's just really funny. I don't get mad. I used to because people used to be like, "Hey, your brother." I'm like, "That's not my brother." And for a while, I went along with it. I'm like, "Yeah, my brother." Because it's like you get tired of explaining, but I'm just like, "No, that's my daddy. This man is almost 60 years old. That's my father." Yeah.
Y'all got Wrangler jeans. You know the Wranglers back in the day. That's the Wranglers. Them ain't the new jeans they make now that fade when you wash them. Y'all the
Right, right,
Wrangler
right.
jeans. Baby, listen, because when I met Earl, he sung happy birthday to me many years ago. And he was like,
Okay.
"How old are you?" And I said, I think I was about 40 something, early 40s. I'm 48 this year. And he said, he was like, I'm he told me his age. I was like, "You what?"
Right.
I said,
Yeah.
"Y'all, come on, y'all jeans are just y'all." But that's a good thing though. That makes you look good. And you served in the military as well, right?
Yep, I'm still in. I am scheduled, slated, have the option to retire at the end of the year. So yeah, I've been in almost 20 years. Yeah, in the Air Force.
And you look 20 years old. Vera, he looks
Hey,
20 years old.
to God be the glory. We appreciate the Lord keeping me, especially with all the things that I've endured, because if it had not been for Him, I probably wouldn't look this young and this fresh. So I'm doing my best to stay as youthful as possible. Yeah.
What made you want to get into singing? What made you want to take that route?
I have been singing since I was a kid, and I think the thing that really made me want to sing and be in singing as far as the ministry or whatnot. God gave me a dream when I was a young child or whatever, and I've held on to that dream, the things that He showed me in that dream about singing and where I was, and so just holding on to that has allowed me to get to this place because to be honest, even though my father is who he is, I still never thought that I would sing because I didn't have the confidence to sing, but I didn't have confidence in myself. That's a whole nother situation, of allowing God to really build you and standing on your faith and what He's given you. So it's taken time for me to get to this place. And I'm finally here. So, I'm just doing what I got to do. I think I've gone through enough that has, sustained me and encouraged me and also put trials and tribulations in my life to grow me to the place where I'm able to do what I need to do now.
Now and again, your dad has set the path for
Yeah,
so many.
he
And
has.
he is a blessing because he opened doors for so many. And one thing I can say, I'm not saying this because you're sitting here selfishly, he has helped so many people.
Yep,
And
he has.
he has, and I think that, do you think that you're following him in that? I know you spoke a word over me, but do you think you will follow him in that, or is this something you'll separate yourself from?
Um, I mean, my thing is, he's still my father. So no matter how much I try to separate myself, you can only separate yourself but so far. And so I think that I'm definitely, following him, but I'm also walking it out in the process that God has given me. And there's things about me that God has given me specifically for me to do. So I'm making sure that I answer to those things and I complete my assignment so that, my kids can get what they need so that they can be taken care of. I feel like wealth is not just about monetary. And monetary is always great. Don't get it twisted. But I think it's also about knowledge. It's also about lessons and things that, you teach your children. So I'm trying to make sure that I do the things that I need to do in order to make sure that our bloodline is good. So I'm just working, trying to make sure that I handle that, and I hope that God is pleased. That's all I can do. So yeah,
What advice would you give an up and coming artist that is getting out here in this industry to keep them engaged? A lot of times I just did a show right before this one, and I
hmm
was telling the young man, I said, we sit on a mountain of no's waiting on one yes. So what would you say to up and coming artists to encourage them?
I would say just remain faithful. Prayer, being consistent, working on yourself, but just developing that relationship with the Lord. Because the thing is, when you get God, God gets everything else. And I feel like sometimes we run after stuff so much and we forget about Him. And it's like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do that. And the thing is, get his attention. Develop relationship with him. Allow him to be your source, because once he's your source, he'll lay out the path for you. He'll put people in place to make sure that things are set right for you, so that when it's time, you can just walk right through and get to the places that you need to get to. So I feel like just keeping God first, really. And I know some people say it's like, oh, that's cliche, but I'm going off of what I had to do. And I'm gonna be honest, God wasn't always first in my life. I mean, I just talked about that in a ministry moment I had the other day. How my kids were, they were more important to me than God, and God had to sit me back and be like, "Look, what's going on? Let's get this together." And so my son, was this last year? My son had an accident, and I thank God he's still here, but it could have been when he wasn't here. And so, that was very devastating for me, to almost lose your firstborn, going through all of that. And God, he sat me down, he talked to me, told me that, you put your children in front of me. And if you don't get yourself together and you don't start trusting me like you need to and stepping out on your faith, then things are going to be completely different. So it was a real, real wake up call for me. And I mean, I've been singing and ministering and doing all kind of things for a very long time, but you really have to tap into and have a relationship with the source. And God is the source. So keep him first. He'll do everything else.
And you are a ministry at your church, right? You are a minister. I know I called you doctor in
So
the
so I'm
beginning, but
I oh, I know, but no, I'm not. I don't have any titles or anything like that. I mean, I am an intercessor. I'll claim that title. But I mean, I do minister, but I don't have an official title of a minister or anything like that. But I feel like, some people, they run after these titles and things like that, to feel like they're accomplished. And to me, it's not really about that. It's about what God has called you to do. If you're ministering and you're doing it unto Him and you're doing it in order, then guess what? You're a minister. If you're teaching and you're doing it unto God and you're doing it in order, you are that. And so I'm not really concerned about the title. I'm more concerned about that I complete my assignment. But I do what I have to do though. Yeah.
so back to the and I know that you one of the busiest people I know. And let me thank you for coming on because
No,
every
thank you
time I
for
see you,
having
you
me.
traveling. You be trying. I say, look at him. He all at the beach. I don't even go to the beach. It's right there. It's right. It's right there. Like
Listen,
I,
you gotta slide in a little rest and relaxation. You are doing stuff. I think that we don't. People think that rest is a commodity that you reward yourself with. Rest is a necessity that your body, your mind, your soul, and your spirit needs in order for it to sustain itself and to continue moving. So I've recognized that in my process that I have to rest because life can get overwhelming, doing everything on your own, being a single parent, dealing with military, all kind of other things. It's like you need rest, and I feel like we don't rest enough. We always got to go, 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 go. In today's society, we have to present a 200% product, and we only get 30% of the tools in order to make it happen. And guess what? It takes a toll on our mental. That's why you have a lot of mental health issues these days. So it's just like I need to rest. So when it's time for me to rest, I'm taking it. It is what it is. I'm not going to be out here just going, 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 and don't ever rest. Because how can I get back to the place of being centered in order to minister? But I'm not trying to preach. So
listen, you the plug. I'm telling you, like you plug into you when you give so much great information.
thanks.
Going back to the industry, do you think that we're missing something with the education? I know that so many times we jump out here on this and we don't know the
Um,
business.
I feel like everybody just wants to sing, and that's great. People want to do what they want to do. But you got to go back to the basics. The basics first is God. We're ministers, we're psalmists, we're teachers, encouragers, pastors, preachers. I'm just naming everybody, intercessors, whatever. The thing is, those positions, even though some people don't really understand, those positions are positions where you're going to get hurt. You're going to get taken advantage of. You're going to get bitten. You're going to be mistreated. You're going to be uh, talked about, dogged, ridiculed. You're going to be compared. I mean, everything that you could think happens in those positions. But we get into these ministry assignments, and we feel like, oh, it should be this, that, and the other. And the thing is, God allows it for a purpose because not only does it put more on the anointing as far as paying for it, but it also increases you and gives you what you need in order for you to be able to sustain yourself in life. So I think that the foundation is a little shaky. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like we don't put God where he's supposed to be. We're not pulling from him. We're just trying to, get that hit, get that fame, be in front of people, get that bag and make stuff happen. But it's not really about that. Like if I feel like if you want to do that, if that's your driving force, then R&B, pop, and the world is your choice. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing because, R&B singers, they do their thing, people in pop. So it's not that they're bad. It's just that, they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not relying on God, or excuse me, they're not highlighting God in their ministries. Let me say it like that, in their assignments. And so my thing is I know people that are in gospel, excuse me, in R&B, and they have a relationship with God. So I'm not saying that they don't know the Lord. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But their assignment is their assignment. They come out there to make you feel good, sing, and the attention is really all about them. When you're in ministry, it's not about you. It's about him. So you're gonna get taken advantage of, but it's all about how you deal with it, how you come through it, and what you learn from it. And then also making sure that it doesn't allow you don't allow it to make you bitter and to cause you to get a hard heart, because then that's a whole nother situation. Because he tells us we have to forgive 70 times 7. But I'm not here to preach. I'm just giving some little information, like you said, and just telling what I've had to go through. That's all.
I don't know why you talk to me. I'm just joking. I'm like, wait a minute now. You trying to tell me I gotta forgive people?
No, I'm
Woo!
talking
You
about
ain't home
that.
yet.
That's
I
that's
know, but
been
you just
that's been my journey. I mean, I have no problem with saying I used to be very bitter. I mean, you can talk to my father. He doesn't. He talks about it now because I'm able to talk about it. But I used to be very, very angry because there were things that I endured, and I'm just like, God, why am I going through this? People mistreated me and stuff, and I used to just be mad, and I'm just walking around mad. I'm just like, just mad for no reason. I'm talking the sun's shining, I'm mad, and so it was just like that wasn't adding to my life, and it was putting me in a place where God could not really bless me like He really wanted to because I had unforgiveness. I walked around holding grudges. I walked around in offense, and that's a stronghold. And you have to let those things go. And not only that, those things they suck the life out of you. They drain you. They cause you not to live up to your potential. And I've really been, especially here within the last, I'll say within the last year, because I'm like, God, there's still things I know that I have to really focus on. There's things I really need to fix and get together. So unforgiveness has been one of the things that I've really been tackling in my personal time and in my prayer time and just working on that because I don't want any unforgiveness in my heart for anybody. I don't want to see someone that did me dirty and then get anxious or get angry and start remembering what happened. I want to see that person and be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. And I know it's like, "Oh, that's crazy." But the thing about it is, you're showing God's love, and it's not that you're creating another relationship with them. There's still boundaries, but they shouldn't hold that type of power over your mind because you still have an ought against them in your heart. And so I'm just speaking about the things that I've had to do. And I mean, that's my journey. So I'm just doing what God tells me to do because I'm going to be the best version of myself.
well, you sure spoke to me today, and I get it. I get it. You know what? It's in a little bit of time. You know they say you take a belt out and you beat somebody. You have done that tonight. I want to thank you. So listen, I
Most
told you I
definitely.
wasn't going to hold you long. I want you to tell everybody how they can find you on the live and on the replay so that we can follow you on all social media outlets and download your music. So let the people know.
Listen, so you can follow me on all social media outlets: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Hassan Bynum. It's that simple. I don't have a bunch of different handles. As far as my music, you can get me on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Hassan. So my first single I put out under my first two singles I put out under Hassan because but my last single, Heart Cry, was put out under Hassan Bynum. So Asan and Asan Bottom, you'll find me. Days of Elijah, Heart Cry. What's my other song? My mind just went really blank. Oh, I can't think of the song. I don't know. My mind's just all over the place right now. But you can find me on those, and you can follow me and hit me up, and whatever. You can book me. I mean, hit me up. We'll make stuff happen. I'm not hard to deal with.
They said, are you any related to Juanita?
So people ask us this all the time. We are not related to Juanita. Yeah, we're not. And we get this question all the time. I don't know her. Just, I don't know her. I mean, I think she's who she is. She's very prominent in her ministry and different things like that. But I am not related to Juanita.
Yeah, so he doesn't know Juanita, no white sheets. He don't know Juanita. We have. Well,
I
thank
don't
you
know
so
her.
much. I know, right? And I asked your dad that like, the first time I met him, like, you so cute,
No,
Juanita.
I
He
get
was
I get
like,
that question all the time. They're like, Juanita, but I'm just like, nope, I don't know. All I know is no more sheets. That was her thing. She did her thing. Her ministry has, transcended time and all this good stuff. She's known around the world. But yeah, I don't know her. We're not related.
and you're in what state again?
So I'm in Virginia, good old Virginia, Virginia. Yeah, Virginia. So the Hampton Roads area, that's where I reside, where my family resides. We have people in other places or whatnot, but this is where we are. So
Do y'all have Dunkin' Donuts at y'all in Hampton Roads?
we have Dunkin' Donuts, we have Duck Donuts, we
Okay.
have Krispy Kremes. Yeah, we have those places. I don't eat that stuff, but you definitely more than welcome to come get it and do your
Okay.
thing. It's nah, not my
Okay.
thing.
Well, I'll come visit you. As long as you had a Dunkin' Donuts, I'll grace the hills of Virginia.
Come
So
on. Listen,
So
come
listen,
on.
I just want to tell you thank you so much. You have blessed me so much tonight.
Thank
You
you for
just don't know.
having
So
me.
listen, if you they said this lady in Dunkin'. Yeah, because somebody tricked me to go to Virginia one time and they didn't have a Dunkin' Donuts in that area.
What part?
Um where Chris Brown is Tuscaloosa Tappahannock.
Tappahannock. Oh yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah,
Nothing.
now
It's like you can drive through that in like 5 minutes.
yeah, the closest Dunkin' was actually like 30 miles, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll never do this again.
That you're
Yeah.
gonna have to go
Y'all
30
can have
miles
it.
north. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. But listen, I want everybody on the live and on the replay um, to please support my brother. He again, I officially met him over the last couple of weeks. He was a blessing to me just by one conversation. And I asked him, I said, could you be on my show? He said yes. Most artists that are on Billboard charting, they like have my manager and he was like, yes, just give me a call. And he answered my inbox. So I want to thank you so much.
Oh no, I appreciate you having me. There's no need to be difficult. You get so much more being nice to people, and that's what I've learned. So yeah.
Well, anytime you want to come back and just give us a whole lot more of what you've given us, that ministry, you let me know. I'm gonna zoom out and let you
I
have
mean,
it because I'm getting inboxes like, wow, I'm getting inboxes. So
I
I
mean,
need you to come back and have it.
I'm good. You can have me back. We can do 2, 3 weeks. Just let me know. I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna do that. We'll bring you back so that we can get you back for your ministry because they inboxing me like, well, why he gotta go? We enjoy him. He's booked and busy, y'all. Y'all can't. This is the celebrity. He's a celebrity. I can't hold him tonight. Gotta make sure he's free. So we'll bring you back. I want to thank everybody for
Okay.
tuning in. Say good night, y'all. Y'all give us some stars and some hearts and all that. Tell them know y'all appreciate them. Again, go over to iTunes and Amazon Music to find them. Thank you. I love you. And tell your dad I say hello.
Appreciate you. Love you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So listen, I was gonna make him sing, but I didn't want to put him on the spot. But next time he come here, he gonna sing acapulco. Yes, he's gonna sing acapella. The the young man can sing. The young man of God can sing. So the next time he comes, he is gonna bless us. So listen, I didn't do y'all know I didn't do the sponsors. So we're gonna do the sponsors right after this. Don't feel it coming. Don't feel with praise, with you, and they knock you from side to side. When I tell y'all I love Design Sons of Pahokee, I love Design Sons of Pahokee. But listen, I want to send a shout out to all my proud sponsors. If you are a business owner, you own a business, and you got to be registered. I don't be that. That's my business. That's y'all business. If you would like to promote your business here on Keeping It Real in the Gospel, you're looking to grow your brand, your advertise your product, let me know. We're running a special. Also, on my website, if you go to my website, which is www.krtgradio.com, we are for the state of Florida. For the state of Florida, we are doing our award show, which is February the 11th in Delray Beach. Now, if you're a business, your organization, um, church, go to the website and nominate. Go to the website and nominate. Again, February 11th, the Small Business um, Church Awards Show. Please go and nominate. Hey, listen, let's show love to our favorite businesses out there. Again, I want to thank you. Coming back later on, so I'll see you guys a little later. Uh, Me and Giraffe's coming back and we're going to hang out for a little while. So again, I want to thank you ever so much. Glam Banger, if you're still on. You want a gold mic or a silver mic? She said I want to put a mic right next to you. I got room. I got room. So let me know. All right, guys, I gotta get ready to get up out of here. I want to thank y'all. I will see y'all in a couple hours right back here on Keeping It Real in the Gospel. Uh-huh.